lot of contenders in this one. Seth Hammacher, he's got a 1-7 moto finish. And we've got Garrett Marchbanks with 2-1 moto finishes. 16-4 for Levi Newby. So we've got some up and down motos. You got Carter Halpin with that 4th place and a DNF. So they're all over the place with this one.
And Pierce Brown as well, getting 5th in moto number 1, then rebounding great for moto number 2, coming in that 2nd place position. So Pierce Brown, he had a great ride going on last moto. See if he can get up there.
Why are you yelling?
Take down Garrett Marchbanks.
Nobody's done it yet. Straight up, Garrett has had to come through the field. And there's Jason Weigelt with the microphone.
It's like Marchbanks, Shimoda, and Drake all side by side. This is going to be good, guys.
All right. Thanks for that update, Jason.
All right, Jason.
Way to be there, man. It's not
way to have 2 eyeballs.
There's Garrett Marchbanks now with the clear, decisive lead. Pierce Brown right there in the number 2 spot. You see Joe Shimoda finally with another good start. He's got back-to-back starts on the 47 Honda. There he is on the very inside of your screen with the yellow bike. And just as I say that, he goes off of the racetrack promptly with the announcer's curves.
That's Drake. I believe he is getting into the number 2 spot, trying to chase down Marchbanks. This is never good news when we see Garrett Marchbanks get the whole shot.
No, not at all.
Because he is going to be trying to check out on this one. Conditions a little bit different than we've seen all week, though. So maybe we'll have a surprise racer out there go up to challenge Marchbanks in these nasty, ruddy, muddy conditions.
Nah, I don't think so.
No.
I mean, you're trying to hype this up and build this thing up. Marchbanks has been
Let's
tough
just
to
lie
beat.
to him.
Yes.
Get him fired up. All right. No, Marchbanks been unstoppable.
And that is Double D, Derek Drake in the number 2 spot. I would like nothing more than to see a good race, but I've just not seen it out of this class yet. Garrett's just a tick faster than everyone in this class.
Hey, Hammacher did take the Moto 1 victory, but I think Marchbanks he was way in the back. So
and got second. So
with Marchbanks ripping hole shots, not looking good for the rest of the field, but
there's Hammacher in the number 3 spot.
There is Hammacher. So we're waiting for our live timing to pop up, and then we are just going to read off the list because we have nothing else to do up here.
And it is Marchbanks, Drake, Hammacher, Shimoda. That's your top 4. Then Carson Brown, Lance Kovish, McKellen Heil, Marcus Phelps, Wyatt Lyonsmith, and Zane Merritt rounding out your top 10. Look at that. Hannah Hodges in the number 12 spot with the baddest of the bad here in the B class. She is ripping on that bike.
12 for the 12 out there. Putting it on. Her lady presence known here in this 250B class.
Her lady presence? What does that even mean, Jimmy? George is saying don't go any further with that. Just stop it, put the brakes on. I can't answer. Yeah, let's kick her out. Here comes Brian Spencer. We'll have Brian in. Brian's way cooler than you are.
Zane Merritt in that number 10 spot. We just saw him win a moto the final moto in 450B class.
He's got a couple wins this week.
So Zane.
You know, we talked about Joe Shimoda needing starts, and you can see it. He's got 3, 5, and currently 4 moto scores. He has not been inside the top 10 on any of these starts up until yesterday's moto and today's moto.
Shimoda needs to really put his head down, try to get some good moto finishes before this weekend is over because he has had a disastrous weekend. Right now, presence.
Still in that top 12. Riders now covered in dirt, as you see on the screen here on this Racer TV broadcast. Or if you're here, belly up to the fence there. Got to pick and choose. You see the guys kind of using that little bit of body English as they come into the rut there, keeping it nice and straight. Leaders now on the center portion of the racetrack, the Thor sweeper. Got a lot of sweeping to do. That thing is dirty. And there's Hannah right there on the number 12 machine, right in the mix. She is in the top 25 percentile of this class. That's impressive. And now, Jimmy, you can tell me, wouldn't you think if she could continue to race inside the top 12 all the way until she turns, I mean, would that translate over into her pro ranks if she can just continue that ascent. I mean, if she's top 12 everywhere she goes, wouldn't she have to be near that? She'll make motos.
Well, you got to think about it. In the Supercross racing classes, there's nothing that qualifies you into the main event with a top 12. Just getting 12.
Yeah, I'm saying just making motos, making night
shows. Oh,
shows.
yeah. No, I think that she could honestly, there's no doubt she can make a night show here after a couple of years, because we watched her ride Monster Cup on that 85, and she was incredible. She did so well, and now she's being on a bigger bike. She actually has really good Supercross skills. And man, out here in the B class, this is one of the most highly competitive classes at Loretta's, and she's out there mixing it up with the boys. Let's see what place she's in now. Hannah Hodges, she dropped back a little bit to 16th place, but that's still really good. All these kids out here at Loretta's, these are our top intermediates in the country, and we see Garrett Marchbanks running times that are competitive with the leaders out in the 125 or 250A class. So.
Absolutely. And that's it's customary here at Loretta's for that to happen. Those top 2, 3 B riders are pretty much A riders without the A on their class sign-up form. They're fast. They're good. They could totally race A class, but
a lot
no
of times,
sense in rushing them.
Yeah, a lot of times you don't even see those guys come back the next year for A class. They go straight into Lucas Oil Pro Motocross with their pro contract. So
Garrett's a young buck, though. He's going to come back and ride one more year, I would imagine.
15 years old.
Yeah, he'll come back maybe and be ready to go last few nationals of next year possibly, and then do Supercross after that. I love that way of introducing yourself into the sport. There's no sense in jumping into that meat grinder of Supercross. Get those first few races of outdoors, get a full year of testing on Supercross, do some road to arena or Supercrosses with your Ricky Carmichael Road to Arena Cross, Supercross, whatever I'm talking about.
Road to Arena Super. Yeah, no,
Road to Moto X Cross Super Enduro Cross.
Yeah, Road to Enduro Cross for sure. It's a rocky road, let me tell you.
Road to so that would be the Jeff Russell's Road to Enduro Cross.
Yes, it's a gravel road.
There's Garrett Marchbanks stretching this thing out. About 5 seconds now over your second place rider, Derek Drake. Seth Hammacher in that number 3 spot. The wheels have come off as he hits a 2-minute lap time. He's just getting sloppy out there, huh? Wow, what a bummer.
Off at this point, folks. 2-minute lap time for Marchbanks.
You're better than that.
But it's like, it's the best lap time out there, under 2 minutes, and that is pretty incredible for the conditions the track is in right now. If you can get under 2 minutes at Loretta's at any point of the weekend, that means you're a bad dude on a bike or a bad lady on a bike. Hello.
Letting your lady presence be known.
But let's see. I'm going to go back and try to actually find out what type of lap times that Hannah Hodges is running. She's outside of the top 21 now. So anyways, Marchbanks out front, running around that 2-minute mark. And Derek Drake trying to throw in a good moto again and back up his 6.6. Drop that to 2.
Yeah,
the third one.
The 6.66
let's
Moto scores.
We were talking about that.
Not good. Hey, 2.11 Moto scores right now for Garrett Marchbanks. If we freeze the field, Seth Hammacher would be second. Still got a lot of racing to go with 1.73 Moto scores for Hammacher. And Joe Shimoda with 3.54 Moto scores. Good enough for third place overall.
Lance Kobush running around the 6th spot. He was a guy that coming into this one thrown Garrett Marchbanks, but it's sitting back in that 6th spot with a lot of heavy company right in front of him. Carson Brown right in the 5th spot. Shimoda 4th. Hammacher 3rd. That's going to be really hard to get around these guys, especially all that mud all over your face, your goggles, you're grabbing your tear-offs, pulling 25 of them at once. Not a good thing out there.
Not a good thing at all. It's all about that goggle prep. That's where you want to have the boys at Scott Goggles, maybe Dave Janolfi, prep those goggles for you. Fly Dave in for your next Saturday night race back home. There's a nominal fee for that, but I think it would be worth it. They don't even need goggles. One pair of goggles, one lens, no tear-offs. the old lickaroo there.
So Hammacher, he's going to have to drop the Hammacher if he wants to make it up to Drake.
So championship on the line here for Garrett Marchbanks. He will lock this one in here. Pretty dominating week that this young man has had. The number 82 Kawasaki ride. I believe we're catching up now with Seth Hammacher on that 51 Kawasaki.
It's hard looking at the overall result sheet. Joe Shimoda, he's got a 3.5 sitting fourth in this one. Doesn't it seem like there's every single moto, it seemed like we are seeing him starting off outside of the top 20. So to see him up in the number 3 spot overall right now is pretty impressive.
The lap time's really starting to tail off here as the track kind of erodes. Riders get a little bit tired here. 203s, 204s, 5.6s.
Those ruts digging down.
Absolutely.
All the way to Ray Butts, who's still
laying down. We covered him up
down,
with dirt.
covered up.
Fresh coat of dirt on him this morning as Jeff Russell pushed up a big pile of dirt because he knew these riders would be digging nice and deep down to his gut, and they didn't want to rip a hole in his nice shirt that he was wearing underneath that pile
If you
of dirt.
guys haven't been following all week and just coming on to Racer TV, Ray Butts from Rocky Mountain ATV MC, a title sponsor of our event. Not only is he on the track, on location, he's in the track.
He is the track. They laid him down. They covered him up with dirt. He is an obstacle on the racetrack.
Just a tunnel of a man.
Yeah, it's a mountain of a man. So that is the Ray Butts Rocky Mountain mountain jump where you got to go up and over Ray Butts.
He is the Rocky Mountain they have to climb. Yes. Living, breathing obstacles out here. Ray Butts putting it on for the track.
Check it out, the battle, Joe Shimoda. It looks like Carson Brown and Lance Kovich. So Team Green Kawasaki going after Joe Shimoda. The call was put in. Take him out. Take him down.
Oh.
That was not literal. That was a figurative move there. Ryan Holiday, I saw him on the radio, and he put the
here we go.
the throat.
Carson Brown trying to make the move on Shimoda. Shimoda gives a little bit of extra gas around the outside and hang on to this one, though. And we were talking about Carson Brown, though, man. He's got those snow videos of him ripping that 125 two-stroke up in Washington. This guy knows how to ride sloppy conditions.
2-on-1. Not really cool. The Kawasaki's throwing two guys at one Honda guy. No other Honda guys out there. He is a ninja, though, so he can fight off many guys. He's like the Bruce Lee on that motorcycle.
It's true. He's got some nunchucks on there, a little road rash style. You remember that old game? They break out the nunchuck. The Amsoil Honda guys. That's the Geico Honda.
Factory connection ride. You're exactly
Hey, they're taking it seriously, man. The coach's box out there, we got with Lars. Lars Lindstrom's racing here, so I understand that he's here. But also Oscar, Ken Roxon's mechanic, up in the box checking out Joe Shimoda.
Ziggy's
they
here.
even got radios. I said, what are the radios for? Pandora. They said they're listening to Pandora just to have a subscription. You want to get their money's worth. But that's pretty cool to have two big wigs from Honda up there in the box watching Shimoda, and they got to be happy with what they're seeing right now. He's slicing and dicing his way through.
What happened with the Kawasaki rider? He took his hand off the bars there, maybe wiping his goggles. Dave Ginolfi out there in the middle of the track, wiping those goggles clean.
He's got the big squeegee.
Yeah,
got the big squeegee.
Brown and Kovich on the Cowies. They're arguing over each other. I want to take Shimoda down. No, I will. And then they got the Team Green guys up in the tower. They're looking at each other like, just anybody, take Shimoda down, please. Put him behind you. We want to get in front of the Honda rider.
I feel like Kovich and Brown have been this close the entire race. They passed each other like 19 times, the two Cowies, and they're coming back at Shimoda. Wow, Carson Brown not messing around here.
Kovich actually in the red.
Oh, that is Kovich. All right, it's really hard when you got a 91 and a 99. Okay, sorry.
The thing is, it's Carson Brown, but everybody's brown right now with all the roost all over him.
Fair point.
It's really hard to distinguish. So we have right behind Shimoda there. That is actually Lance Kovich. He has found his way around Carson Brown. Now he's going to go after Shimoda and do a little 2-for-1 on this lap here.
Is that a BOGO deal there?
It is a great deal. I think it's one of those deals that are down at Rocky Mountain MC right now.
Buy one, get one free.
Yep.
Free shipping on this pass right here.
I don't even say ATV. It's just MC when we're here at Loretta's at the Amateur National here.
ATVs are next week, man.
I know, but this right now it's MC. Next week it's going to be Rocky Mountain ATV.
Shimoda airing it out.
Whew. Trying to get it in that little pocket there. It's kind of like the ones on those red shirts of yours, those useless little pockets that you have up there in the corners.
In my pocket.
Trying to land in that pocket on Kevin Kelly's shirt after the jump. Well, he's managed to fend him off now. He's pulled away a little bit.
Yeah, no change there. In fact, he's kind of pulled away. That's got to be disheartening. Once a guy, you throw everything you got at a guy, and then he is just still in front of you. I just give up, man. I pull off. Jimmy, you pull off? You quit?
Yeah, I mean, I already did.
You have quit?
Yeah, I have quit.
Have you officially retired yet, or are you still waiting for that
I don't
one
know,
call?
man. I
Maybe
tell you
a
what.
team, a fill-in ride? Are you staying race ready?
After seeing Brown going for that Horizon Award this year,
Come back next
Mike
year.
Brown trying. He said, I'm going to do plus 25, plus 40, Horizon Award. I'm going to start it all back over again. I'm going to go out West Coast Supercross. Actually, road to Supercross first.
Yeah. Then he's going to do road to Enduro Cross.
Yep.
Got to do that.
Road to Enduro Cross.
The Jeff Russell, Scott Summers Road
He
to
said,
Enduro Cross.
I once was spanking all over Ricky Carmichael as an older racer, and now I'm going to go win his cup.
Ricky Carmichael Cup, won
Yeah.
by Mike Brown.
I'm going to take his road to Supercross. I'm going to start this all over. Mike Brown at like 46 years
and then we'll
old.
have the Mike Brown Road to Loretta Lynn's.
The Mike Brown plus 25, plus 40 cup.
Looks like Pierce Brown has gotten around McClellan Heil, so now we have Carson Brown and Pierce Brown about to have a battle for 6th and 7th. Man, Pierce Brown, the starts have been terrible this week.
Ugly.
He said in the podium yesterday they're trying something different every moto to try to fix it. Clearly did not work again. And this is a dude that has the speed. He's mixed it up with Marchbanks in the past, but starts have been bad. You'll see him start to creep up on this battle.
He's just in panic mode, probably down at the start. He's probably put more time in our burnout area down at Loretta's doing starts than he has on the actual
He's put in
racetrack.
more time in the burnout area than Rodney. That's a lot. But look at this battle right here. Not giving up. Not giving up. Kobush, man, going back after Joe Shimoda. Been a great battle between these three the entire race. Is this a big-time important class that people are going to watch on Racer TV?
Yes, this is
All right, I'll
a
do the
huge
podium
class. I mean, yeah, if you think about it, if it has a star next to it, it's huge. And
It's a
this one
Weege
has
class.
star
That's what that
next to it.
asterisk in your program means. It's a class where Weege will do the podium.
Oh, okay, yeah. Kobush just eating all sorts of boost off the... Trying to get free is Joe Shimoda, but I'm going to tell you what, Lance Kobush, he is not done in this one. I know coming into this event, Lance Kobush out of Missouri was really wanting to come out and press some people and run up further towards Garrett Marchbanks. But right now, if he wants to move up onto the podium, he has to get through Joe Shimoda and set his sights on Hammacher. And right now, Hammacher is sitting about 13 seconds in front of this battle, so he needs to make moves quick if he wants to put himself on the podium, talk to Weege at the end of this one.
That's what's on the line. That's what they're shooting
all
for.
that people want is to talk to Weege. Whoa, and Carson Brown, just when we think that Lance Kobush might be getting around Joe Shimoda, Carson Brown says, oh, no, I am going to take the shot at Joe Shimoda. And Lance Kobush falls back a spot. So, man, we've seen these Kawasaki's, Kevin, of Brown and Kobush going back and forth, and none of them can seem to pass the 47 of Joe Shimoda.
Yeah, it's been a fun race to watch. Shimoda has just taken the measure of all these guys. Karate chop here, a little backhand roundhouse kick, and nothing will stick to this guy.
Wax on, wax off right now.
Oh, on the inside,
no.
something's cooking now. We just put it on him. No, and Shimoda says, not today again.
Breaking out the Ninja Shield.
Come on with it.
Not going to let it happen. Downtown Carson Brown.
Brown trying to deliver a pass here for the Team Green Kawasaki boys. All the while, Marchbanks marching away 14 seconds out front over Derek Drake. Hammacher, Shimoda, Brown, Kobush, Brown, Heil, Newby, and Jeff Cernick round out your top 10.
All right, so Garrett Marchbanks, I believe he is going into his, he'll be collecting the white flag. Oh, wait, no, white flag is out. So this is our last lap around this circuit. Garrett Marchbanks is way out front. He's got himself a 14-second lead. Then Drake has an 11-second lead. Yes, 11-second lead over Hammacher. Lead over Brown. So, man, looks like the top three in this one are looking pretty good on the last lap to not have to push and not have to go for anything. So we're going to most likely see Garrett Marchbanks, Derek, and Seth Hammacher on the podium down there with Weege. But Garrett Marchbanks, wow, what can we not say about him this week?
I don't know.
He has been phenomenal. The only guy to take him down so far is Seth Hammacher in that first moto. Garrett Marchbanks, number one. He's just riding the track with one hand now.
Wow, that's just showing off now.
Jeez.
Now he's got no hands on the bike.
No hands.
What a tricky maneuver there. He's going to go straight to X Games.
Cowie guys working on that cruise control so he can race no-handed next year.
No-handed race.
Everybody.
You know how relaxing that would be? Just hang on like a bull rider, just cruising around. Your arms will be not tired at all.
How do you get arm pump when your handlebars aren't even
in the play? Just take the bars off, shave the weight.
You don't need it.
Just think about going fast. Think about it's going to be a Bluetooth app that he'll just drive it with his phone.
Yes, exactly. Cowie really come up with just groundbreaking technology.
Bluetooth technology on the motorcycle. Checker flag flies. It is Garrett Marchbanks, 2-1-1. Good enough for the overall. 1-7-3 moto scores for Seth Hammacher. Joe Shimoda fights off Kobush and Brown, and that'll be good enough for third place overall. So 3 different machines on the podium.
We're going to be going down the Race Tech podium to talk to that dork again, Jason Wigan. Jason, what do you got?
Yeah, these guys come off motos. They are muddy. They are tired. And then I grab them and pull them on up. We'll go 3, 2, 1. We'll talk to Seth Hammacher, who's had a very solid week, taking a third-place finish. Meanwhile, the accolades up here for Garrett Marchbanks, who has really turned it up this year at Loretta's. Back where he was a couple years ago, where he was dominating on the mini cycles. Got this big bike figured out now, no doubt about it. But this guy's got nothing to be ashamed of. He has become a true player, both in Super Mini last year, now moving up to the big bikes. Everywhere they go, he is in contention. He ends up with a bronze medal. Let's hear it for Seth Hammacher. Well, not the Moto win or the title that I'm sure you wanted, but you've definitely proven that you're in the mix pretty much every time you go to the gate.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to prove that, but wanted to get the title, but Garrett was on it this week, and congrats to him, and had a good race, rode smart, and just tried to be consistent.
Who do you want to thank, Seth?
I'd like to thank Monster Energy Team Green Kawasaki, my mom and dad, Fly Racing, Bell Helmets, 100%, Alpine Stars, Asherix, Maximo, Renthal, AP Designs, Zen Style, Monster Energy, everybody over at Team Green, south of the border, for helping me get ready for this race. All my family who's here, getting me, doing what they can do to make me succeed, and feels great. So thank you to everybody.
All right, good job. Let's hear it for Seth Hammacher. All right, Seth. We'll bring up our second place finisher and a silver medal for the KTM man on the 33. Let's get Derek Drake on up. Here he comes. Well, he got a good start, and he rode awesome. It's one of those scenarios where if you're watching him ride by himself, you'd swear the guy was out front the way he was riding, but it was a second-place finish instead because the other guy was pretty good too. Let's hear it. A great ride for Derek Drake. It's one of those deals, if we were just watching you, we'd swear you're in the lead because you were riding awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Marchbanks was on another level this pretty much whole week, and he's going really good. And My first 2 motos weren't so good. I came from the back, so I knew I had the speed to run up front and got a good start. Had the MX-12 on from Dunlop. And, yeah, just try to stay as smooth as possible.
Who do you want to thank, Derek?
My whole family, my mechanic T2, Red Bull, KTM, Troy Designs, Spy, Dunlop, Alpine Star. Thank you.
All right, there's Derek Drake. Let's hear it for Derek. I lost my audio and this PA system. That's a 36-year tradition at Loretta's. It's officially an event now. But the good news is the speakers over the bleachers, they can still hear us. All right, now we got one more thing to do, and you know what that is? That is our champion. He's getting all the accolades, huh? Let's bring him on up. He's got the Bell Helmets Whole Shot Award. He's got the gold medal. Woo! And the big one, he's going to get the Shield Trophy for taking our championship. Let's hear it for Garrett Marchbanks. As a man's track right now, have these conditions, but you muscled it around no problem.
Yeah, the track was pretty slippery, a little bit muddy, but had to make it work. Got off to a great start with the whole shot and just pushed it the first 5 laps and just tried to pull a lead, but Drake was running great out there. And, yeah, the track was great and just had a good time.
Who do you want to thank for this, Garrett?
I'd like to thank Lord for keeping me safe. Monster Energy, Kawasaki, Pro Circuit, like Ryan, Casey, Shane, Doug, all of them, just thank you so much. South the Border, they couldn't help me out enough. And Maxima, Dunlop, just everyone I forgot, just thank you so very much.
It is, folks, Garrett Marchbanks. And here is Kip Bigelow from the AMA to hand over the #1 plate and a national championship to Garrett Marchbanks. Not his first, probably not going to be his last. One more time for Garrett Marchbanks. Big time track maintenance going on right now. We're going to transition from some big bikes and fast riders to some mini machines. And that's Wygant out.